That's Torresdale Avenue. This is Frankford Avenue. That is the Frankford Creek. I'm going to tell you, Rick the Puppy, stay away from that railing. I don't know how sturdy this is. Look at this, Rick the Puppy. Yeah, you know what? I don't know how old this bridge is, but I wouldn't, although oh yeah, it's very shaky. That's oh boy. So this is the Frankford Creek. It is February 9th, 2023, Super Bowl Thursday. I mean, look, this railing's so bad, they had to replace it with the thing. We're going, me and Rick the Puppy, we're going for a walk. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk the unbeaten path. What the baby's going to do. Charleston White. That's at the Showboat Casino. I wonder how many tickets that poster right here in the middle of a street where not many people walk. I wonder how many tickets that sold. That's Atlantic City. They got more signs. What the baby's gonna do? That's the comedy series. Wow. Let's see. Do I know any of these people? I do not. It's always good to have a headshot looking down. That guy, he seems funny, right? If you go a block or two that way, that's Kensington Ave. We're not going to be going down Kensington Ave today. We're going down these. Oh, hello, friend. Like this street here. And see how it says, the sign says Frankford Ave, and Frankford Ave pointing in this direction? That's not Frankford Ave. I don't know what street this is. Come on, Rick the Puppy. That's a CVS. That closed about, a few years ago. And it's been abandoned for a while. And then if you look around here, some of these buildings are there's a business back there. But you see how old these buildings are, and they're all falling apart. And they have all these security fences around, or not fences. I don't know what the hell these are. These are like heavy duty security grates. But someone figured out a way around the heavy duty security grates. What you do is you kick in the wall. Look at that. Some food. Let's keep walking, Rick the Puppy. I don't know. This was they would do, it was like a drive-by pharmacy. This is where they would that's where they would put the pills and shove it through, kind of like a drive-through bank. Yeah, but that's one way to get through a gate, is just knock down the wall. Let's go. All right, come on, Rick the Puppy. Ooh, hashtag shit. Not hashtag piss, hashtag shit. See this? That trash. Usually, what people do is, if they have an apartment and the people get evicted, the landlords, what they'll do is just bag up all their shit and dump it somewhere. I used to work for a self-storage place. And what people would do is they would go to a self-storage facility, rent a property, and they would do it for the first month for $1, and then they would pay for the first month, and then they would never come back again and pay for anything. And then the storage place, they have to either put it for auction or dispose of it. And usually when people throw a bunch of stuff from an apartment inside one of those storage units, they usually don't sell at auction. You'd be surprised how many of those don't sell at auction. But that TV show Storage Wars, that's the fakest TV show. Like, there's a lot of fake TV shows. Well, it's probably not as fake as Amish Mafia, which I used to think was a real show until I watched it again like last week, and I was so embarrassed on how dumb I was. But yeah, that's a really, really big time fake show, Storage War. Look at that. Let me get that. Look at the bullet holes in that sign. Uh-oh. Van Dyke Street, Orchard Street. It is an amazing 62 degrees in February. This has been a pretty mild winter, and I'm all here for it. I hate cold, so I love global warming. And oh, look at this. See, what they probably did before, back in the day, is they probably had this, the businesses here, they probably had a fence. And then the city was like, hey, that's a street, you can't fence that off. It's weird, you see what used to remain. Like, that's a building that was something at one time. The wall, the roof is gone. There's a lot of that around here. That used to be a car. Coming up is Torresdale Avenue. That's a pretty busy street. Look at this. Be careful, Rick the puppy. That wall might fall on you. There was a lady who was walking in Center City yesterday, and like one of those corners of one of the high sky rises fell. And I don't know if she died, but a woman was injured. 13th and Christian, I think, is the streets. And I know there was a building near Independence Hall. It's a hotel. I think it's called the Lafayette. I hope you're not writing a book report. But I think it was called the Lafayette. And the Lafayette was falling apart. And they had to put scaffolding around the entire building. And they had to like re-brick point it or whatever you do with that type of masonry. And they had to fix the whole thing. It was a big project. We're just going off the beaten path today, Rick the puppy. I hope you don't mind. This is the Smith-Solomon truck driving school. This used to be in my, I don't know if this is my neighborhood. This might be Frankfurt. It's like on the cusp of Bridesburg and Frankfurt. This used to be on Richmond Street. And the worst time in my life is getting stuck behind a truck driver who doesn't know how to change gears or turn. Holy shit. That was, I'm so happy they moved. But now if you get stuck here, if you get stuck down Tacony Street, sometimes that could take you a little bit longer because, whoo, I don't know if I could, I don't think I could be a truck driver. My grandfather was a truck driver, my dad's dad. He had no legs. Well, he had legs, he lost them. And he drove Mack trucks. Here we are! Let's go! What are we doing? So, if you remember at the beginning of the walk where that shaky railing was, I was above the Frankford Creek. This is the Frankford Creek. And this was a homeless encampment, or maybe it still is. Maybe he's just, go ahead, Rick. I always, I want to go stealth camping. I want to be, one of my favorite YouTubers is this guy, Camping with Steve. And he's real, like, he goes stealth camping, and he makes it look so much fun and so easy that I try to do it. But the thing is, I'm horrible at like, I would say manly things, but that's probably not the best. Like, you know, like, I'm not good with tools. I'm not good at camping. I guess I can grill a little bit, but not really, because I'm colorblind, so I just burn shit. And I don't have patience. That's goose shit, Rick. Don't smell that. I don't have patience, and I have an Irish temper, and no patience, Irish temper, uncoordinated. Those are a recipe for a horrible stealth camper. Somebody, I made a video in Fishtown recently, and somebody said, yo, how come there's no encampments? There's only homeless encampments in Kensington. There's no homeless people anywhere else in the city. And there are encampments all over. Right now, I would say this is Bridesburg, and you got like a whole right there. Come on. Holy shit. So this is I-95, or I think this even might be the route you take to get on the Betsy Ross Bridge. This whole section has been under construction for a few, I don't know. It seems like forever. And yeah, the thing about the homeless encampments in Bridesburg and Port Richmond, they're not as blatant with the, they don't have, I mean, there are tents, but you have to look for them. They're hidden behind trees. Here's a bunch of, look at this. See this, Rick the puppy? Rebar. This is, so what they do with this is they'll lay this out on a grid, and then you got to tie it, and then you pour the concrete in there. And what that does is it makes the concrete not break. I was a rodman. That's what the people are called, who you carry them and you put them in place and you lay them out. I was a rodman for, for 4 days I tried it. My ex-father-in-law got me a job as an iron worker. And I tried it. And I hated it because it's just not my bag, baby. I don't have many calluses on my hand, and I just wasn't meant to be an iron worker.